Page 8, Silent Night. This is quite different than the last piece because this is calm and gentle. It'll put you to sleep. Now at the bottom of page 9, there's sight reading things there for you to do. Sight readings get a little trickier now. It's a little more advanced, but again, do what you can. You can take each of these pieces one day at a time. There's 4 of them there. I'll leave that up to you. But try and play them. You just play them at sight without practicing it. If you have any questions, you let me know. The idea is to be able to play those lines one at a time at sight without practicing it. However, let's talk about this silent thing. Look it over. I see it's like 5 lines long, although there's a repeat there on one line, so it's a little longer, but there's only 5 lines to learn. Treble and bass clef. Now we're in 3/4 time, so now there's only 3 counts in a measure, but it's a quarter note still getting a count. And I look it over, I see quarter notes and 1/8 notes and dotted half notes. We're mixing things up a bit. And we have some flats. We have some accidentals to deal with, so that's okay. I want to take it one hand at a time because we're playing both hands together sometimes, and I want to make sure I understand what each hand is doing first before I put them together. So the right hand, I'm starting here. And it's a quarter note tied to an 1/8 note. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 because the quarter note comes on beat 1. The first 1/8 note comes on beat 2 because the quarter note lasts a beat, so it takes up the whole beat. So something comes on beat 2, and that's the 1/8 note, and then another 1/8 note for the end of 2. If I take out the tie and I play all the notes, it's 1 and 2 and 3, just like that. But if I put the tie in, I just hang on to the note rather than playing it again. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now, second line is measure 5 up here. 1, 2, 3. We can do this. Okay. Let's go down to the third line. Measure 9. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2. It's the same rhythm we had at first. Now, let's go to measure 17. Measure 17, we're here. And now we're going to do third finger. I like this. There's different fingering styles. There's different ways of fingering things. And this is one of the things we have to learn. And the style that I learned in college that did me the most good, and the one that I use and teach, has certain principles to it. One of them is I can change hand positions on repeated notes to get ready for what's coming. Because when I get to measure 18, I got to be flat, and that's up here, and that's not where I'm at. I got to change, I got to move to get to the B flat. Well, if I use third finger, now I can reach it. So I'm taking advantage of those 2 G's to change hand positions. That's all this is. 2, and then B flat here. 2. And if you have to come up a little bit because the little finger's short, that's fine, but don't stay there. Come back out. Stay out here as much as you can. Left hand, let's see what it's doing. Starting out with third finger here, that puts you in this position. So it's and here, that's fine. Then measure 5, you have a B flat here. That's tied for 2 measures. You hold it down for 2 measures, and then an A for 2 measures, and then measure 9 is back to the B flat for 2 measures. Oh boy. Measure 17. Well, we got 2 notes. We have a B and a C, but the B is flat, so it's a B flat and a C together. Just lower the hand down gently. Let the wrist collapse a little bit. Here, and that's tied here, and then measure 21. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2. It's the same rhythm we've been having in the right hand. Put the hands together, let's see what happens. So we're sort of here and here. We're in middle C position here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. About all that is. Measure 5 here. Hold the B flat down, it's tied, and then go on. Let's go over to measure 17. We're here, we've got 3 notes here. The left hand's tied. And here. And then finally, the left hand finishes it off. So once I have the hands together, then I go through and make sure there's no hesitations anywhere. It's a steady beat. And once I have that, then I add in the articulation. Here's the phrasing. Lift up between the phrase. It's like taking a breath. Lift up. Lift up. Lift up. Lift up. Now this third line, it's all one phrase. Connect the whole line together. There's nothing marked. I'm just telling you it's all one phrase. So I'm just connect it all. Same thing in measure 17. That line, that's all one phrase. And then lift up. Then I think about the dynamics. MP is mezzo piano. Remember, it applies to the melody, but at the beginning it's all melody. Sort of soft. Second line, MF is mezzo. If you go up to moderately, sort of loud, that's the melody, the right hand. This needs to be soft. And then in measure 9, you see the MF-P. Oh, this is fun. Well, it simply means the first time you play it, you're going to play it MF, sort of loud. The melody. But then when you repeat it for measure 13, now you're going to come down to soft. You're going to echo that. The left hand's very soft. And then measure 17, you're starting soft in the right hand. Get louder. You see the hairpin to get louder. Louder. You come up to about a moderately soft to moderately loud. Then come down. See the hairpin at the end of the line? Come down. Now you're soft at the last measure, last line. So you have in the dynamics that kind of adds a lot to the music. Speed. Well, peacefully is not a speed, it's a mood. But a lot of times in music where they're supposed to tell you how fast to go, instead they'll tell you how to feel, what the mood is. And you have to decide on a speed. It's gentle. Don't copy me, please. That'll give you an idea of how it might go. If I play this several times, I'd play it different every time, I'm sure, because I play by feel. How do I feel it? I might put in a retardando at the end. The last. Might want to slow that down a little bit. Of course, if somebody's singing to it, don't slow it down, you'll mess them up. Keep a speed going. Unless you're the one singing, then you can do whatever you want. Now, I'm connecting this left hand. See, I told you to lift up between the phrases. It's like second line there on page 8. The last two measures. When I go on to the next line, I'm lifting up in the right hand, but I'm connecting the left hand. So I'm connecting that. So really the phrasing is for the melody in this case. Let's play this together slowly and check that you have all the right notes and rhythms. I'm not going to do any dynamics. I'm going to play everything about the same. We're not performing it. We're just checking notes and rhythms. So I'll give us 3 counts because there's 3 beats in a measure. We're going to take the repeat, the whole bit. Let's just make sure you're playing the same note I'm playing when I'm playing it. And this is after you've learned it now. 1, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3. 2, 3. 1 and 2. 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 2, repeat, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, tie, 2, 3, off. There's a duet for this at the bottom of the page. I'd like to do that. We're going to speed it up a little bit, but it's not a fast piece. We're just going to speed it up a little bit. And remember, the duet part is all different than yours. So you have to focus on what you're doing. You're counting and everything. But you have to listen to me to stay with me. And I'm playing eighth notes all over. 1 and 2 and 3 and all over the place. So I'll give us 3 counts. I said that 3 counts. Yeah, let's do it. I also need you to go up an octave again. We've been doing this. Just pretend middle C instead of here on the keyboard is here. So instead of here, you're up here. You're up here. Play it all up here. 1, ready, go.